Hello everybody, welcome to Word Shard.
Hello everybody. Today we will be doing transformation of sentences again, but before that I will discuss the last day's work. It was also transformation, and the question that I gave you was uh, the boy said, "Please sit inside as it is raining heavily." So this is a direct sentence, direct speech. So we will have to change it to indirect. So how we will change it? So the word starting after the quotes, it is please. So it is a request. Okay, so the boy requested to sit inside as it was raining heavily, not is raining but was raining. Okay, I see Om Prakash has answered it correctly, and there are many of you who have answered it correctly, but because Om Prakash has answered first, so I took his name. So keep on trying, children. And today, if I see, when I am seeing that the transformation part is a bit clear to you now, we will move on to more types of transformation. We will do more of tenses. Okay, the usage of correct forms of the verb, that one, as well as we will do joining sentences, which one of your friend has requested. Okay, so we will keep on doing that, and let's see how much it becomes easier to you. And preposition, because it is a bit difficult to you, I have kept that for a separate video altogether. We will solve huge number of preposition exercises so that it becomes easier to you. Okay, so let's start. Today we will be practicing what? Transformation of sentences, a bit of transformation of sentences. We will practice how to join two sentences, as one of your friends were asking me to solve these exercises where we join the sentences which you find in the grammar exercise, isn't it? And what else? We will also do a bit of tense. We will practice preposition in a separate set altogether, in a separate video altogether. Today we'll be practicing a little bit of transformation, a little bit of tense, and also a bit of joining sentences. Okay, so let's start. First one is joining sentences. Join the following sentences to make one complete sentence without using which words? Without using and, but, or so. So we cannot use and, we cannot use but, we cannot use so. Okay, but we have to join the sentence and we have to make it in a complete sentence, and also the material and the matter of the sentences should be same. Okay, but it is also true that we can use certain prepositions like certain pronouns like relative pronouns, which are that, which, whose, whom. We can also use words like this to join the two sentences. Okay, let's see. I have met this lady somewhere before. I cannot remember the place. So how can we join this? We can use a relative pronoun, which is I cannot remember the place where I have met this lady before. Okay, so coming to the second one, there can be one more thing that I would like to tell you, that what you can do is you can have separate set of answers for this. For joining sentences, you can have separate set of answers also. If your answer differs from what I have written over here in red, you can obviously write down the number like A1 and give me what other type you have found out of it. Okay, if you think that you need to ask, if you think that the answer that you have written is it can also be correct, then you can obviously tell that to me in the comment section. Coming to the second one, they reached home, the sun had not set then. So we are talking about time, that they reached home before the sunset, we can write. Okay, coming to the third sentence, he has achieved his life's ambition. This was the result of sheer hard work. So now he has achieved some ambition of his, and that has been successful. He has been successful in because of his hard work. So how to frame this? As, because this has happened because of something, isn't it? So we can use as. He has achieved his life's ambition as a result of sheer hard work. So just join it with as or because. Coming to sentence 4, feed him, he will die of hunger. See, I've given a slash and written two words, but you will not write like this. You can join the sentence with or you can just use otherwise also. Any one. You cannot write slash or slash otherwise slash this. No, only one word you have to join it. So feed him or he will die of hunger, or feed him otherwise he will die of hunger. Both are correct. Coming to sentence 5, I met him at the office. I was very lucky. So you can just frame the sentence in a different way. I was very lucky to meet him at the office. Using, what is this? You know, this is called infinitive before the word, before the verb. Before the main verb, we often use to make it a infinitive. So I was very lucky to meet him at the office. Okay. Coming to sentence number 6. So you see, it is not that just you can use conjunction that you had learned in class 5, 6, 7, 8. No, you can join it in a complete as a complete sentence with a complete idea that is same with the sentence that is given to you before. Okay, but the thing is that it should be a complete sentence. It should the meaning of the sentences must not change, and then the sentence construction should also be correct. My brother lost his admit card. I found it on the pavement. So you can add relative pronoun over here, which I told you. You can add which, what, whom, whose, where, all these words also. So my brother lost his admit card, which I found on the pavement. Correct. Coming to sentence number 7. So normally in your question paper, you will find 4 joining sentences in each paper. Okay. Here I have given 8 so that there is more practice for you all. I will tell you a secret, you must not divulge it. So there can be, I have written 2 options for you. You can choose any one. If you have any other answer, you can write that to me in the comment section. I'll tell you whether that is correct or not. First, you try the sentences on your own. Try not to see the answer which I have written for you. I will tell you a secret which you must not divulge. So which, you can join it with which, or you must not divulge the secret which I will tell you. You can write it from, you can bring the sentence, the second sentence in front, the first sentence behind, and vice versa. Okay, coming to sentence number 8. I met the student, he had won the medal. So we are talking about a student who had won the medal. So join it with relative pronoun who. I met the student who had won the medal. Up to this, we have completed 8 sentences, 8 joining sentences. Coming to the B part, which is what? Transformation. You know, even in the last class, we did a bit of transformation. We practiced direct, indirect, active, passive, which is a very significant part of transformation. So over here, you know that you will have to rewrite the following sentences according to the instructions given after each. Instructions are given like here you have to use intentionally, here you have to use was born, end with was born. So the instructions which are given, you have to see that, follow that, and then make up your new sentence without changing the meaning. The meaning of the sentence must not be changed. This is very important. You cannot change the meaning while transforming. Okay, so the meaning of the sentence must be same. So first one, it was not my intention to offend you. You have to use the word intentionally. So intentionally, how can we add? I did not offend you intentionally. Okay, very easy. He has lived here all his life. We have to end it with was born. So in the end, was born must be there. So he has lived here ever since he was born. From the time he was born, he's living here only. So you can frame it, he has lived here ever since he was born. Coming to sentence number 3. As you remember, as soon as, no sooner, hardly, these 3 types are very, very, very important. As soon as the alarm rings, what you have to follow over here? The tense. This is present tense. Be very careful over here. As soon as the alarm rings, that means present tense. She gets up. Present tense. Have to follow when you are using no sooner, when you have to start the sentence with no sooner, you write it. Then you have to use a helping verb or auxiliary, and in that auxiliary you have to follow what tense is given over here. This is present tense. So what helping verb you'll use? Does. No sooner does the alarm ring. You are not going to change it like no sooner did the alarm ring. No, you cannot write did, because the sentence given to you is in present, so you cannot change it to past, isn't it? So no sooner does the alarm ring than she gets up. So two things you have to keep in mind. One, no sooner, you have to check the tense and then write it. If it is past, then you write did or had. If it is in present, then you write does or do. Okay, and with no sooner, you also have to follow in the second part of the sentence, you have to add than. And with hardly, remember what you have to add? You have to add when. With no sooner, we add than. With hardly, we add when. Okay, coming to this fourth one, because I have explained you that we don't change the tense, I have set a separate sentence so that this is completely clear to you. See, in the sentence number 3, this is rings, and sentence number 4 is rang. Both sentence 3 and 4 are exactly same, except that this is in present and number 4 is in past. So we see that we have used the helping verb did, not does over here, because this sentence 4 is in past tense. So no sooner did the alarm ring, this one will be than she got up, not that. This is a typing error than she got up. So no sooner did the alarm ring than she got up. Coming to sentence number 5. He was sorry that he had not said goodbye to his mother. We have to use regretted. Use regretted means in any part of the sentence, the regretted word must be there. So he regretted, that means he was sorry. So you just use the word. See, if you do not know the meaning of the word regretted, then you will not be able to write the answer correctly. So be careful to know the word and then place it. He regretted not having said goodbye to his mother. Rest of the sentence is same. Only you have to know that regretted means that he felt sorry. Okay. Coming to sentence number 6, direct indirect, I told you. A young woman said, so what you have to do? Use whether. So you know this is a question, this is an interrogative sentence. So we have to use whether over here. A young woman asked whether. Because it is not given that whom the young woman has questioned, so you can write a young woman asked whether he or they or she or I, anyone, because there is nothing given to you in the sentence, in the question, so you can write any one of these four. Okay, so whether he had got a town plan or they had got a town plan or she had got a town plan or I had got a town plan, all are correct. You just have to be careful that have you got will be changed to past perfect. From present perfect have got, we will change it to past perfect had got. Rest is fine. Question mark will be removed in the indirect form. Coming to sentence number 7, you should not pay attention to what he says, you have to use notice. So you should not take notice of what he says. This is very easy. Coming to the last sentence, you know in your paper you will see there are 8 transformation sentences that comes. So here are also 8 sentences. The toy was hidden behind the pot by the little child in the afternoon. So this is also another important part. Change to active. I told you this is very important. So when we change to active, we write the subject in front. So the little child has done the work, so little child comes in front. Then what is the verb? Was hidden, that means simple past, so little child hid. Next comes the object. What did the little child hide? The toy, so the little child hid the toy. Now rest is extra information, you place it behind the pot in the afternoon. Okay, this is very clear and easy to you, I think, up till this. Coming to the last exercise for today, that is C. What is this? Fill in the blanks with the correct form of the words given in the brackets. You see over here, this is not directly written that you have to fill it with tenses. With the correct form of the verb means with a proper tense. Be it simple present, be it simple past, past perfect, with an infinitive or without an infinitive. The right form of the verb. Okay. So strange lands, first you read the whole thing. Get an idea that what we are talking about. Is it a time when which is a universal fact, or are we talking about certain habitual ideas, or are we talking about the future event that is going to happen? We have to identify this by reading it at a glance, or just reading it over at a glance to find out that what is the topic all about. So see, strange lands have strange customs. So this is a habitual or general fact we're talking about. For example, in the Solomon Island in the South Pacific, some villagers practice a unique form of logging. So how they cut the wood or cut the tree, that is all we are talking about, which is a general custom which is practiced. So general idea, habitual fact. If a tree is, so normally this is going to be in which tense? Present tense. If a tree is too large to be felled with an axe, the natives cut it down by yelling at it. Okay. Woodsmen with special powers. Now, obviously, present tense I told you, because everything is a habitual fact which is still done by those people in that island. So, creep again in the present tense upon the tree at dawn and start screaming is already given in present tense. So, just the verb screaming at it loudly. This is continued for a month. So, we know we are still writing in the present tense. It is believed, again present tense, that after 30 days the tree dies and falls over. According to the villagers, this method has worked. So this word is given since, isn't it? Since means what? Right from the beginning, this is practiced. This method is practiced by those people on the island. So that activity had started in the past and it is still continuing in the present. So what tense should it be? It should be present perfect, whose effect is still lasting in the present moment. It had started in the past but continuing in the present. For example, if I
if I have eaten a plate of biryani and I am suffering stomach upset till now, that means how should I frame this sentence? I have eaten biryani, a plate of biryani. I have eaten. Why? Because I'm still suffering its effect, isn't it? The stomach upset. So here also we see that the villagers continue this method even now and had started it in the past. So present perfect has worked. Okay. So here we come to an end with tense. I think a bit of tense is clear to you, a bit of joining sentences is clear to you, and transformation though we are doing since long. So that needs to be, must have been a bit clearer. And we will go on practicing this. So keep on following my videos, and if you have liked it, do share it with your friends. I'll be obliged. And thank you for watching it. Bye bye.